What up, CBK, man? That's your boy, Chief Bully Kennels, and we back in here, man. We about to start today. Right now, it's like 8:30, man. We about to give them their bowls. See how hungry they really is, man. You know, see them babies right there, man, being good, waiting on their food. You know, kind of got them trained for the most part. They're a little hard-headed, but, you know, we're going to get this job done. So I got to rinse out this little bowl, you know, it's a little dirty. Excuse me, dishes and stuff. Put in this one right there. Trying to do this with one hand, so you know, So I just wanted to get on here, you know, try to chop it up with you guys. Tell you guys what Chief Bully Kennels is about, you know, just give y'all a little more detail. Couple more videos. I'll be trying to drop videos of mom and dad of these two pups and their siblings. Lola. Oh yeah, Lola. There you go, good girl. Try to drop the mom and dad of these two pups and their sibling pups, man. So right now, you know, we have about 4 dogs in count. CBK count, man. We have Duke, Dior, Lola, and Remy Ma. You know, everybody that I introduced today, they don't eat that much kibble. So I put about this much layer of kibble, just a little layer of kibble, man. You know, I go into my goat milk. Powder this thing up, man. You only need like 1 teaspoon of this, man. You know, but I typically put a lot. I typically put a lot because I want them fattened up by this goat milk and, you know, receiving all their protein. So I don't really try to spare it too much in their meals, man. You know, so there you go. And they're still a little baby fight, man. They're about 10 weeks. Going on 11, will make 11 this Monday. Today is Friday. So this Monday coming up, they'll make 11 weeks. And, you know, I ain't gonna lie, I still kind of baby-fy my babies, man. You know, and this Dine. I don't know if a lot of y'all know about this Dine. Something I got recently put on, you know, when I first got the pups. It's for 8 weeks or older, pregnant and lactating, underweight, active and senior, you know, and these are for 8 weeks and older pups. I actually start using this at 6 to 7 weeks. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. You know, it didn't pose any problem, no health risk or anything like that. You know, it just fattened them up, actually. As you can see, you know, they're about 10 weeks. You know, nice size, nice body structure, you know, good temperaments. Man, so start off with a little bit. So, you know, just because, like I said, I baby fy them a little bit. I put a little water for them. You know I shouldn't be doing this. They're 10 weeks, man. But they're my babies, man. I like to let them eat the way they like to eat, you know, for the most part. You know, I don't try to put too much water, you know, at this point to baby fy them. And usually in this meal, we have pumpkin. I think that's the only thing we're missing today out of this meal, is pumpkin. And I'm sorry, bear with me, guys. I am literally trying to do this with one hand. I know I said that before. Just a little reminder. Duke. My good boy. Lolo, sit down, Lolo. Good girl. Good girl. As you can see, they're pretty trained. They're pretty trained well for the most part. They're not, you know, your top class grade trained dogs. Excuse me, dude. Can I get right here? Excuse me. Come here. Excuse me. Excuse me. All right. I want to show you guys my refrigerator too much. It's a little mess. Just a boy. But yeah. Well, like I was saying earlier, you know, I just want to tell you guys all what, you know, CBK is about, or what we're trying to get into, you know. So later, I definitely will be making sure I post their mother and dad. You know, I might just post some pictures, or I might do a little introduction video. Their mother and their dad looks great. You know, dad is a real stud. Mother was a real good mom, took care of her pups. She's shaking back now from her first pregnancy, which was these guys 10 weeks ago. You know, so she's liable to be shown, you know, and you know, just to let you guys see where they originate from. You know, and maybe I can show you guys even, you know, some of the pedigree further along coming from their mothers that track back to their great grandfather Dice, who was an extreme standard, or extreme pocket. Whenever I think it was extreme standard, you know, our regular standard, you know, that he was, and you know, he was an absolute tank himself. Great temperament, never had really issues around with him around any of the other dogs, family members. He was a great dog overall, you know, and I'm glad that I was able to get some puppies off of his daughters, you know, and you know, that's where you see, that's where these guys come into play, man. You know, so I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know if you guys can see me, you know, perfectly, but I'm sorry, but yeah, I have to use this can opener real quick. Maybe you guys have a good angle right here. No, just me trying to get this open or whatnot. It's plugged up. Yep. Okay. Oh, bear with me, guys. Got it. And I kind of messed that up. Not the best, you know, at opening again. Like I said, just a boy. But as of right now, since we're just a little limited on resources, we're using fish, and we're gonna be giving them half a cup of fish each. Usually, they get their own servings of ground meat, and it fills a layer of the bowl. Vice versa with the fish. But, you know, this is a video I wanted to do on the whim, you know. Wanted to put some content out for you guys. And, you know, like I said, kind of chop it up and talk to you guys about the Chief Bully Kennel, man, and what we plan on doing with these pups. So, you know, that's the basics of the meal. They love to eat together, but I try to refrain from that. Lola? 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 Well, here you go, dude. No. I try to refrain from them eating up, you know, each other's bowl, but they love eating together. You see, there you go, right there. I'm trying to grab something to kind of, you know, balance out Duke's bowl. He usually have the shoebox. He usually have the shoebox on, but he doesn't today. So I'm actually trying to give him a shoebox so he can lift up his meal, eat adequately, because I don't have bowl raisers right now, but this is, you know, this is the best I can do, and it's not bad. You know, it lifts up that bowl. They love eating, you know, that's just the gist of it. So, like I said, let me get back into what we actually plan on doing with these babies. We have 4 babies in the camp right now. We have Duke, Dior, Lola, and Remy Ma. We plan to add 4 more to the camp, we have 3 for sure that is coming through and that we'll be introducing uh, around, what is it, June 17th. We'll be introducing them and welcoming them to the family. We have 2 Merles coming through that'll join me and my girl pack. We got my boy Merle that I posted. I posted them 2 earlier on the short. And I named it Desert Soldier Merles. I know that's not the right name, but that's the best description I could get of them until I figure out the exact name of their print. But yeah, I have 2 Desert Soldier Merles coming through, 1 boy and 1 girl. They have the same dad, different mom. So they are step siblings. We plan to mate the 2 Merles with these with our 2 with these 2 right here. They are half siblings. Same dad, different mother. We were informed it was, not 100% safe, but safe for the most part, where our litter should come out successful enough as what we need. It will tighten the bloodline. It won't be too bad of a line breed or or inbreeding to where we're messing up the genetics. They should all come out healthy, seen, could listen good, just as these are. These pups had no complications, and no, they were not a result of same daddy, different mother. But I did my research, and I heard it's pretty safe enough to do that. And the reason I am doing it is to keep it in our bloodline and try to thicken out their bloodline. Like, we'll try to take their kids back to their father, and try to thicken up the bloodline or their granddad in the best way we can to create another generation. And we also are doing this just so we don't run out and try to be worried about being so desperate on finding the right candidates for our dog, because our dogs are full-blooded XL. Their mother and dad are XL. We know their bloodline and their lineage runs 100% through, and there's no flaws in them. We don't want to be around searching desperately for dogs we don't know the full pedigree on. And that is something that we still have to get into, and something, of course, that we want to do, because I do have 2 studs coming that I'll be looking to just stud out on their year 1. And I have 2 girls that I'm hoping to bring in some good money and be some good mothers to us. But over anything with our girls, we're just trying to take our time with our girls. Our boys are our real plan, as far as getting things into motion. But like I said, we're planning to add 3 puppies to our kennel, and I know I only discussed 2. The 2 Desert Soldier Merles that we planning to breed with Lola and Duke right here. So that's what we plan on doing, and we have another chocolate tri coming